Welcome to dinner at the Roundtable Podcast.
GG. 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 GG.
Welcome to dinner at the Roundtable Podcast.
GG. 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 I'm George Paul, running out, Chris White, Bodega DJ, we all dinner at the Roundtable Podcast.
Welcome to dinner at the Roundtable Podcast. With DJ John Tamar, Nelly L, Chris Ryder, and Bodega DJ on the ones and twos. Your source for knowledge. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at dinner at the Roundtable.
GG.
I am DJ John Tabal, right now, Chris Spider, Bodega DJ on the one and twos. We are the Roundtable Podcast, your source to knowledge. Virtual podcast, special episode, you know what I'm saying, on Zoom. We're not really live, but you know what I'm saying, but you know what I mean, we're here.
Yeah, well, we're live right now, us, but we're not live on Spreaker like we usually are. But yeah, man, our first virtual podcast, man. Shout out to Zoom, you know what I'm saying, for promotional use only. We don't want to get sued. Zoom, thanks a lot for making this happen for us. Zoom is actually the leading platform for video podcasts, and we're using it for the first time. So we're giving you the facial close-ups, and we're also giving you the 3 screens at once, you know what I'm saying? So we're getting this shit on and popping. Chris Ryder couldn't be here with us today, unfortunately. He's having a family issue with the whole COVID-19. Which is from, you know, shout out to Chris Ryder.
Shout out to Chris Ryder.
Shout out to Chris. But today's episode is life on quarantine. JT, what's poppin', man? How's your life been on quarantine?
I mean, honestly, listen, now, I mean, we've been over, for 3 Sundays already?
Yeah.
So we're finally practicing social distancing right now. This is why we're having this whole virtual podcast right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, man, listen.
Yeah, because we ran the podcast 2 weeks before, when it first started. We ran the 2 Sundays in a row, and then the last one, our last guest decided that it was too dangerous to come to Dinner at the Roundtable Podcast, so we had to postpone it for a while. But we back on, baby. We back as usual. We got Bodega on the 1 and 2s. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, shout Bodega out to DJ, baby.
Shout out to Bodega. You know what I'm saying? You already know. And shout out to R1, B. R1, La Esencia, for Dominican niggas, explicit lyrics, Dominican niggas only, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, we got that new music tonight from R1 Mafia.
Yeah, yo. That hat that you got on, though, man, that's one of the homies from the Heights, man. That bench symbol right there.
You already know
shout out real quick.
60 right there, man. Freedom City for the kids, B. Shout out to Al, man. What's good, baby?
Yeah, Freedom Kid, Freedom. And yo, explain real quick, that movement that guy has, bro, Freedom City, that shit is dope. So that movement basically is like, they have a thing going on with the cities. They put a bench in certain parts of in certain blocks so that people can have the opportunity to sit down and reflect on life while they're walking through a block, you know what I mean? And it actually worked out for them, yeah. So that hat that Bodega the DJ has, it's called the Freedom City movement, right? And it's not only about the hats. They also have a movement going on live on the streets where they're installing benches in the city in certain places that are scenic places. They started off in Washington Heights and in Harlem doing that. Just a pretty big movement.
It's like a gallery they got of art.
You got a gallery. So for all of y'all can go to Freedom City. I think it's freedomcity.com, and you can check out everything that they've done so far.
They got the gram and all that too. Freedom City, NYC.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man. So we're definitely gonna throw that R1 Esencia song later when we go on break. Check out that song. But what's up, JT, man? Life on the quarantine.
I mean, let's talk about it. I mean, first of all, I want to just say this, man. To say that, you know what I'm saying, I was very fortunate that I was able to really celebrate my birthday before that whole, quarantine took in effect. You know what I'm saying? Where, that was the last weekend of New York City.
Yes.
On my B-Day weekend. You know what I'm saying?
I was there. Remember, we drank a lot of, we popped a lot of Hennessy bottles.
Hold on. Did I just hear birthday?
Birthday. Drop that birthday song for JT.
Tommy Latino, let's go! Happy birthday to John Devon! Sing!
Oh, man. Yo, listen.
It's still your birthday, nigga. We're still celebrating.
Yo, listen, that was definitely a arriba moment for me, man. Like, yo, I had a ball, man. I had a ball. You know what I mean? Definitely shout out to everyone that showed up. I mean, my cousin Lionel, you know what I'm saying, always, been there. You know what I mean? Like, it was epic, brother. It was epic. Had a great time. And again, that was like the last weekend. You know
there you go, nigga. Go, Jay. Go, JT. Go, JT.
I had to take it back to the 305 days.
Oh, okay. I see where he's going at. Okay. I see where he's going at. All right.
Shout out to you, man. Shout
out to Luke, man. Uncle Luke, bro. Uncle Luke. God,
yo,
for some reason, bro, listen. That song that Bodega just played by Uncle Luke, by Luke from Florida. Yo, you can put that song anywhere. You can put that song anywhere, and I Wanna Rock. That shit has been out for years. Like, I'm talking about decades. You put that song on, bro, that shit still resonates in people, bro.
Those records, man, like those type of records will always work.
Classics, yep.
You know what I'm saying? Where, like, I mean, those kind of records that you have, like, if you see the crowd is not really getting into it, this kind of records they just play already, and then out of nowhere, everybody just gets involved with the dance floor, and that's it, man.
Yeah, man, that shit definitely is some bump and grind and shit, baby. Niggas getting on.
Every DJ, they got to be in your crate. I mean, there has to be in your DJ crate.
Listen, man, I want to thank Uncle Luke myself, man. I bagged a lot of bitches dancing to I Wanna Rock, and it's your birthday. I bagged a lot of girls, bro, in my lifetime. That was my go-to song in the bag. I'm like, oh shit, let me grab this.
And that record came out when I was in high school.
Yeah, it's your birthday. But I Wanna Rock is even older.
And that, it's crazy, man, because we used to have high school parties at our school, man. And when that record came on,
it was over.
Forget about it.
It was over.
It was a wrap. You know what I mean?
Yo, JT, man, so being on quarantine, life on quarantine, and being a vegetarian during life on quarantine, how's that work out for you?
I blame it on Agent Orange, this life of quarantine. Where is Agent Orange? I need explanation now.
Agent Orange, he's on unfortunately Agent Orange, he's very busy nowadays. He's trying to figure out how to disinfect us with Clorox and Lysol and UV light rays under our skin. Yo, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Yo, I mean, I understand. Inject me, baby, inject me.
Yo, listen, the memes I saw off that comment had me rolling throughout the whole day, man. Like, yo, this guy is like the meme target. Like, I mean, he's such a target where he's just so easily to be used to be as a meme, because the things he say, I just can't believe it still. Like, I mean, I don't know how we have this man as the highest person in office in this country.
I mean, to give him some credit, he doesn't have a medical background. So for him to be explaining medical terms, I get it. But then you gotta sound you have to have some type of smart in you not to say dumb shit. And he said, oh yeah, really? So if we use that, can we disinfect people? Can we inject it into their bodies? How can you inject disinfectant into somebody's body? Like, that shit makes no sense. And then there was something about the ultraviolet rays, ray lights, the UV lights. That kills the virus too. And he said, oh, so, all right, so we're working on that. Okay, so how about we inject the light into people so they can kill the lights so the light can kill the virus from inside. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This guy's a fucking moron. Understanding that he doesn't have a medical background, so it's hard for him to explain medical terms. But then you gotta have some type of common sense to know that you can't inject people with fucking Clorox or Lysol and it's over.
But some of the things I don't really buy, like it's so skeptical with me. Because honestly, like, I mean, my common sense would say to me, won't you have someone to actually proofread what you're about to say before you actually go on live, national television, and actually, talk to the general public? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's just so skeptical. I mean, again, though, like, I just don't understand how this man almost off the wall thing.
Listen,
but yet we don't question that.
The presidents do have a publicist that tells them what to say, but knowing Trump and him being so cocky the way that he is, being such an entrepreneur that he is, he probably like, you know what? I'm gonna use some of the facts that you told me, but I'm gonna
Well, he's very
freestyle it.
yes.
I'm gonna freestyle it. Let me handle this. I'm the Trumpster. I'm the Don.
blame
I'm
it on
gonna do
his
it the way that I
team.
want to do it.
I mean, one thing about Trump, though, I mean, he's always been brought up of giving orders. You know what I'm saying? Because the way he was brought up is very different for many people. I mean, especially for the presidency, right? I mean, you think about history. This guy was really well off when he was born, Brett. You know what I'm saying? Because his father was a very successful businessman. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he's always been brought up of having that mentality of just calling the shots regardless, just giving orders. You know, so I get it from that standpoint. But I mean, it's still got to be certain barriers where, like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Again, though, man, I cannot take this man serious, man. Like, again, you know, and people should question more about our political system itself. That we have this.
Why Trump always gotta fuck shit up? Always putting it under his mouth.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, things like that, yo, we gotta assess that, man. Like, come on, man. We have Donald J. Trump or Donald John Trump, who is the United States president.
Yes.
Let that sink in again. You know what I'm saying? Let that sink in.
The superpower of the world, the leader of the new world.
So again,
being the leader of the new world, you should be a little bit more conscious of what you're going to say. But like you said earlier, it kind of makes you think whether it's a marketing tool that he uses to be on social media, because each time he says something stupid, he's already monitored. He's already monitored all day because they know that he's a machine for saying dumb shit that's gonna go viral. So you never know. Maybe maybe his campaign, his aides, right? His campaign aides are like, you know what? Just keep on saying dumb shit because it's a great way to market you, and you go viral each time you say some dumb shit. So it's true. It could be that too, Jason. JT.
I think Donald J. Trump could be arguably the most famous person ever in human history, aside from Jesus Christ.
Or Michael Jackson.
Oh, well, yeah, you can put the argument with Michael Jackson.
He's the most famous president and politician we ever had.
Because I think almost, just play on the safe side, about 3/4 of our population know this man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's a lot.
And not only that, the fact
8 billion people in the world,
and also the fact that Trump took advantage of the internet and going viral helped him.
And Twitter thing is off the chain.
Off the chain. And each time, like I said, like that's the way that he markets himself, by being like very like retarded when he talks. Like he says shit that catches people's attention.
Hey, one thing about Trump that I would definitely say though too at the same time, I will not discredit the way he's trying to put himself out there. Like, I mean, honestly, I think very strategic as far as like how he's still trying to promote his brand, because I mean, Trump is a brand. I mean, let's not forget about that. Trump is actually a brand. It's actually one of the most referenced names in hip hop.
Yeah, true. You're right.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Trump. I mean, this man knows how to really market himself very well.
Yeah. To
have this man the highest, position in office right now in the wealthiest country in the world. I don't know, man.
A lot of hip hop artists that had aspirations to basically become millionaires and billionaires. They followed that. They idolized him at one point.
Yeah, they definitely did though. I mean, there's some artists that actually named themselves after Trump. There's a few couple of hip hop artists that actually named themselves after Trump.
Yeah.
Because of the influence he has.
Yeah.
You know? But I mean, listen, let's go back to the whole quarantine. I don't want to really, too much about Trump.
It is a part of the quarantine because Trump he's the leader of the whole quarantine movement. So we have to talk about him a little bit. But listen, yeah. So
right now he's doing a great job because we're voting him right now.
Yeah. Back to ARP, the Otangwala, aka shut the fuck up.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as me, the way I've been doing quarantine though, man, honestly, I've been doing a lot of self-reflection about life. Because again though, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know, and if we ever have an opportunity like this, that we're supposed to be at home, we're obligated, quote unquote, where we have more time to do things that we normally don't have time to do. So, I mean, I've been taking full advantage as far as like reading a lot of books, meditating more. You know, and definitely assess to life itself, though, man. Because at the day, we so caught up living, you know, trying to make a living that we forgot to live a life. You know what I'm saying? So, again, though, man, honestly, though, I'm just trying to look at it from a positive standpoint, and you know, just trying to take advantage from that perspective. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, again, you know, I mean, again, I'm definitely very blessed. I'm still employed. I still have a source of income coming in. And I'm still able to do what I enjoy doing for a living. But unfortunately, though, many people are so laid off because of this whole pandemic, which I hope that people are able to wake up from this and realize how outdated our system is and how the government can't save you, regardless of whatever emergency happens. Because again, so many people are not able to get unemployment. They didn't get the stimulus check, and they're trying to survive day by day.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even with that stimulus check, that's a one-time check. So how much can you do with $1,200, whatever you got for that stimulus check, to survive for the next 2-3 months? I mean, who knows? Who knows when this, you know, pandemic is going to be over, right? So again, though, man, you know, people should really wake up to this.
Yeah, no,
that's the way I look at it.
No, absolutely. I totally agree with you with that, John Tavar. For instance, like the whole stimulus check thing that you were talking about, like if you have a mortgage you got to pay and you're out of work or you have rent that you have to pay, what are you supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? Like that money's supposed to be for us to get our essential goods, right? But then we have to worry about our bills too. The government didn't even take a chance at stopping rent payments and mortgage payments. How the fuck are we supposed to survive? Our money's invested in us trying to survive. As far as nutrition goes, right? We got to buy our medicine. We got to buy our essential goods.
Basic necessities to survive.
Yeah, necessities to survive. So if you're out of work and you work off the books, or you had a job that basically you couldn't basically get unemployment benefits from, I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Can't really do much. But this is what I'm saying. Like, this time is very, very beneficial, and it's very beneficial and negative at the same time. It's positive, it has its positives and its negatives. Positive part is that us as human beings now, we get to fall back and reflect on life and understand the value of life and how quick, how easy it is for us to lose our liberty and our freedom to do certain things. That's the good part, right? And I guess if you live with your family or you live with your spouse or with a partner, it gives you more time to appreciate them, because when you have a 9-to-5 job, you don't have time to think about stuff like that or really dedicate time to people who you love, right? But now that we're in quarantine, we get to appreciate it a little bit better. And the negative side is that, you know what, there are people who don't have enough money to survive through the quarantine. And it's sad. It's sad. A lot of people might die out of starvation, or they might not even die out of starvation. They might hit the streets and purge. Crime might go up. The crime rate might go up. Because some people.
Yeah, I think in New York people die of an overdose of a drug before they die of starvation.
Opiates.
Opiates, whatever type of drugs is like that. I think a person in New York will die before they get hungry. Yo he visto mucha gente que pide dinero para comida, and they go off to the same corner and go get what they need.
You get that
it really
bag,
wasn't
baby.
for the food. Food is just a cover up. That's what it tell you the truth, B. Now in third world countries, I believe that more. To mention the public out here.
Yeah. I seen
nobody could die of hunger. That nigga was hungry. He died. No,
I seen this dude. I went to the Heights to visit my mom's, and I gave this dude $10, right? Because I knew him. He used to go to high school with me. So he's homeless now. He's like a junkie and shit. So I told him, I'm gonna give you $10, but you better get some food. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna give you 20. I gave you $20. Yo, literally like half an hour later, I see him on my block copping a bag of fucking dope with that same $20. And once he obtained the bag, he obtained the bag from the drug dealer. He seen me walking up the block, and he looked at me like, yo, man, you already bought it. You can't return it. There's no return policies with drug dealers. So you good, but next time I'm not giving you shit.
You know, as you say that, that's one thing when it comes to like people that are, you know, homeless. I never give money for the simple fact I don't know what they're going to. Because at the end of the day, people don't need access to money; they need access to resources. So if I have like a sandwich, whatever, I'll give that sandwich up to that person. You know what? I could buy myself another sandwich. So here, take my sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
Check this out, Jason. Let's say you have a tuna sandwich, right? With celery in it, onions, you know, mayo, the whole shebang. The official tuna sandwich, right? And a nice toasted whole wheat bread. And you give it to a homeless dude on the train. And he says, you know what? I'm sorry, bro. I'm allergic to mayonnaise. I don't want it.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to be mad, though, because that could be possibly true. I don't know. Certain people are allergic to certain things.
Or be like, you know what?
You're hungry,
I'll be like, you know what? Tuna ain't my thing. I'm sorry. I like chicken better. Like, really? Really? You have no choice at that point.
Now, when you become picky like that, man, that's a whole different conversation now. That's a whole different conversation right there. You know what I'm saying? But again, though, like, I mean, I never give money out, man. Like, I mean, you know, it's always about resources. Like, I mean, if I have extra food, I always give it out. You know what I'm saying? That I have
one thing to say, nigga. One thing to say. Listen.
Listen. Motherfuckers better wake up. Stop selling crack to the black.
Oh, Missy Elliott right there. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is that even like if I'm by a store, I'll just take it to the store. I'm gonna say like, pick what you want.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, one time there was a homeless man, you know, front of the Chinese restaurant, and he was, you know, asking, you know what I'm saying, for change, whatever. And I just told him, you know what? Come to the Chinese store with me and just pick what you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? Because I know where my money's going to. Because I don't want to make it where I'm supporting your habit. Because now I become part of the problem rather than trying to be part of the solution when it comes to, like, you know, help the individual. But it's a system that we live in itself that creates that. Because, I mean, what leads people to actually go to that level? The you know what I'm saying, the stress, man, of just, you know, living day by day, just trying to make it day by day. You know, and one thing about the United States, again, people have this misconception about the United States, but we have the highest suicidal rates than any First Nation in the world. You know what I'm saying? We have the most depression than any First Nation in the world. Like, these are things that people, you know what I mean, it goes unnoticed, that we have to really assess that. And what's causing that? You know what I'm saying? Because again, though, people have this misconception about the United States being the best country in the world itself. But man, we're going through so many issues here in this country that, you know, people got to really more assess it and take this time now with this whole quarantine that we are, you know, I mean, we're supposed to be at home, where we're able to have more time now to look at life itself, look at the world we live in, look at how we've been living for all these years. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's for me though. For me, man, that's what I've been taking full advantage about this whole quarantine, man. I've been assessing a lot about life itself, man, and looking at it from a different lens. You know what I'm saying? That now that we have this time that, you know, we're at home.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have to, like, you know, put 8-10 hours of our day committing ourselves to labor. You know what I'm saying, quote unquote, because I mean I still have to work from home, you know, but I mean I'm home though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just different. You know what I'm saying? I'm home. I'm able to multitask in different things. So I'm just taking, you know what I mean? I'm just looking at the positive side and just trying to really, you know what I mean, take advantage of this, man. And, you know, just try to capitalize off this, utilize this. And I hope that everybody else, anyone who's watching this video, you know what I'm saying, see that and definitely, I mean, take heed to that. And I mean, listen, there's so many things we got to assess in life, man. Like, I mean, I just can't believe that we've been stuck in this whole box about how life should be, knowing that us as human beings, we've been so trapped in the way we live that we don't have that fulfillment to really actually live that human experience.
Yeah, that's the whole thing that you know, that's one of the positive points of this quarantine, that we're now forced to look at ourselves in the mirror and value human life and value the life of your family and your friends and of humans in general, because you see how devastating this moment is. And you gotta be an evil motherfucker not to care, bro, what's going on right now. Like, there's a lot of people that don't care, but the vast majority of people are really, like, taking this time to fucking notice things like that, bro, and be like, you know what, life is worth more than what I thought it was, you know.
Absolutely, it makes you definitely more
Facts. Factoria.
how to word it, to honor life more.
Yeah.
You know, look at it like that, to honor life more.
But life on the quarantine, man. Life on the quarantine, bro, it's crazy. I've gained like 20 pounds on life on the quarantine. I've been eating like an animal, like a savage, like a wild bear in the forest.
And that's why toilet paper was such a necessity.
Yeah.
Because again, though, people are going to tend to eat more if they're at home. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we're not used to being at home because of the way our system is set up. You know
how many times y'all visit the refrigerator, man? How many times y'all visit the refrigerator? I ain't gonna lie. Only if I pass by the kitchen to go to the living room, I go see thinking what's new. And I got that thing new, man. It's been 2 weeks you ain't go shopping, motherfucker. What's gonna be new in here? The water's old.
Yo, that's word. Yo, listen, man. I don't know what it is, but when you're at home, you got nothing, nothing better to do. And, you're just fucking watching TV. You go and you munch on things. You snack on things.
That's all I know, the refrigerator. I pass by the fuck. I got a gym room in my house.
But now you was been watching, right? You watching movies?
My man, I done see the whole Netflix twice. What you talking about watching movies? I'm tired, nigga.
Yeah. I saw. I've caught up on all the Netflix series, Showtime series, the HBO's, all the series that you could think about on TV. Or
you done seen it all.
I've seen them all, man. All the movies that I wanted to finally see that I never saw before.
Nelly Nell, aka the director.
I became a fucking Martin Scorsese looking at all this shit, bro. But yeah, man, I was able to read books that I never read before that I've been wanting to read because I didn't have the time. When you work 50 hours a week, bro, 60 hours a week, you don't have the time sometimes.
It takes a lot out of your life.
It does. And then with the time that you do have off, you just chill at home. You go out, social gatherings. You're not really at home taking the time out to read or really look into stuff like that. But it's, that's one of the beneficial points of quarantine that actually gave me the mini vacay that I needed to actually catch up on a lot of things. So now I'm like
absolutely.
I'm an information machine right now, baby. You can ask me anything and I know it right now. I've done seen fucking YouTube tutorials, YouTube documentaries, everything. I even resorted to YouTube.
But you know what's so crazy? As you say that, though, I'm thinking like this, man. Listen, knowledge is forever, man. So you can never get enough of really gaining more knowledge because, it's forever. Yeah. So you can only learn more, you know what I mean? And one thing I definitely had to really, go back to certain things that I didn't really catch to it. I kind of, I saw it, but I had to, rewatch it to really get it more. So I've actually been rewatching a lot of movies that had so many subliminal messages. But now that I have more time to really sit and actually watch the movie and really pay attention to it, I'm like, wow, so many subliminal messages in this movie that, I didn't catch it the first time I saw it. But now that I'm able to see it again, I was able to catch it. I'm like, oh, shit. This is crazy.
Yeah, you know what? To tell you the truth, I'm gonna send you a link, JT, and I'm actually gonna post a link on our YouTube episode so people can catch it. It's called Out of the Shadows. Out of the Shadows is a YouTube documentary about a Hollywood stuntman that he caught an inside scoop, or how we always say that Hollywood has a heads up on things, or they know things before it happens.
Of course,
or they tell us through subliminal messages. Well, he actually has proof of that because he was the number one stunt person in Hollywood, and he actually was introduced to that part of Hollywood that actually has the inside scoop. So that documentary is very official. I suggest people see it. I suggest Bodega see it, Chris Ryder. But we're definitely gonna let our listeners take a look at it too. We're gonna leave the link on the YouTube channel once we post this podcast.
The love is free. The music is free. You know what I'm saying? We ain't working. We still pushing every day. We still hustling. I don't ask for money for my Cash App like every other body does, but my Cash App name is Bodega the DJ, just for information. But I'm not asking for no money. I'm just letting y'all know because we do it for free. JT, what's the sample?
Oh, come on, man. Ain't no nigga, man. Jay-Z, brother.
I got damn. Shout out to JT, but that was a DJ.
Well, wait. That's not the original, though. Jay-Z is not the original.
No, Jay-Z. No, I play the originals. Are you new? Welcome to the party, because I think you're.
So this is. Oh wait, hip hop orientated was yes, it was Jay-Z. The hip hop version
is
is
the
Jay-Z.
original sample. It's called The Whole Darn Family. 7 minutes of fun.
Yeah, hold on, family.
Yeah.
Now, who used it as the producer is another question. Who used it as the artist?
Jay-Z used it. Yeah.
Jazzo produced
JT said Jay-Z ain't no nigga. It was used.
Jazzo produced it.
Yeah, he did. He was one of the people who used it. So basically,
that's right. Remember, the love is free. The promo is free, man. We do this for you guys, man. Stay home, stay safe.
Yo, listen. By the way, Bodega, we're doing a battle, right?
Yeah. It's Bodega the DJ Cash App, just in case. Bodega the DJ Cash App.
So check this out for our listeners out there. For those who don't know, JT is also a DJ. And him and Bodega are gonna go sample for sample on bars to see which one has the hottest collection of bars, of classic bars on hip hop songs, rap songs. Right? Am I correct? Can you explain it a little bit better? Can you explain it a little bit better?
You're absolutely right. So I mean, the way it's gonna work though, I mean, I know Bodega right now is focused. Well, we're gonna pick the best 16s bars of hip hop. And we're gonna just challenge each other. You know what I'm saying? We can definitely, you know what I mean, just challenge each other and then let the fans see, you know what I'm saying, like who has the best 16 bars.
Okay, so wait. So these bars are actually bars that Bodega is gonna pick his own 16 and you're gonna pick your own 16. And then the listeners and the fans can judge which one out of each. So if you put up a bar, right? And then Bodega puts up the bar. Then we get to decide which one of those two bars is the best.
Yes, exactly.
I see. Okay.
Now the whole thing though, not kind of to get it confused though, we could definitely have where it could be a conflict of interest, meaning that we could have the same verse. So this is why we're not just picking our best 16. We got to make sure that we pick more than 16 verses because it could be a bar that he likes. That I like.
Is that a cocky laugh? A cocky laugh?
You're cool.
Is that a cocky laugh over there? He's got a showboat. He's saying he might beat you, Jay.
Hey, what's this sample right here?
Oh, Pablo Escobar, Narcos.
Negative.
Narcos.
Hold on, mire. Is it In My Lifetime, Jay-Z?
It's harder now. You see, guys?
It sounds like the Narcos. It sounds like the Narcos theme song. I mean, the Narcos series.
Think about the first 3 seconds of the sample, man. Come on.
All right, play it again.
Put it up a little bit. I can't hear it, bro.
Oh, let me put the volume up.
Yeah, they use that shit in the Narcos series, man.
Oh, that's the Onyx?
Oh, shit!
Oh, okay.
Wu-Tang's in the house.
DJ Cash App.
Watch these rap niggas get all up in your gut.
Listen, I got Sister Bodega. I got something in my bag, baby.
You know what it was? He slowed it down.
That one.
He slowed it down, so he kind of fucked me up.
If I speed it up, you're gonna notice.
Yeah. Yo, but that shit sounded, it sounded like the Narcos beat when you slowed it down. The Narcos Netflix series sounded like that. But listen, real quick, man, we're gonna go on a little break. We're gonna let Bodega spin for 10 minutes, do his thing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go on break. Yo, JT, we'll be back in 10 minutes, baby boy. We're gonna be back in 10 minutes. We're gonna let Bodega spin. Focus the camera on him only, you heard?
Got you, brother.
All right, Bodega, do your thing, papi.
Let's go. Get it to Roundtable Podcast. Zoom. Spreaker.com.
Watch these rap get all up in your guts. Sprint vanilla butter pecan chocolate deluxe. Even caramel sundaes is getting touched. Sneak in my ice.
Yo, honey dip, summertime, fine jury dripping. Seen you on pickings with a bunch of chickens, how you clicking? I kept shooting strong notes as we got close. She rock rope, honey throat smelling like impulse. Your whole shell, baby's wicked like Nimrod. Caught me like a freshwater straw, or may I not be God? Attitude is very rude, boo. Crabby like seafood. It turns me on like Vine CLR Road. They call me starting up on check the strategy by any means. Shirley Temple Cross was done by Billy Jeans. Black Mrs. America, your name is Erica, right? You lazy apple, small piece. 6 shoe, caramel complexion, breath smelling like cinnamon. Excuse me, honey, don't mean no harm. Turn around and get Backyards banging like a Benzie. If I was Jiggy, you'd be spotted like Sport McKenzie. I'm high-powered, put a Dina Howard to sleep, you're parting. That's been on my mind all week. But back to you, Maybelline Queen, let's make a team. You can have anything in this world except cream. So what you wanna do? What you wanna do? Let's go ahead and walk these dogs and represent Woo. Is this what you want? Ah, shit, that's that Woo hour. Get the round table, Chris Mudd. No smoke in the lungs, no smoke in the lungs, no smoke in the lungs.
I'm on, shocking, body rocking, earth shaking, money making, saying high, looking fly, tricking on the best.
Yo, bitch, I fucked your friend. Damn, you stink hoe. I seen her in the elevator, honey, grab my Kango. She put me on the mega shit, about to slap the bitch. She shot crazy verbal. I leaned back like I'm rich. It took place late night on February 17th. Hands flooded like ink. My face on her magazine. Just got back from Honolulu, pocket stacking buku cash. Girlfriend sipped the you and laughed, yo. While I was on tour, whore. You went to work, quick fast. Had a nigga digging the dirt. You couldn't wait just to kidnap the bait of my sperm. Where's you at, ho? Pinky how she put in my perm. That's all you ever said to me. Thought that could hold me. Remember when I long dicked you and broke your over, you crab bitch, chicken head hoe, eating heroes. I'm the first nigga that had you watching flicks by De Niro.
Yo, I was the first one who had you watching Gangsters Flick. You dig?
Time to talk is up, so bring the heat like time is over.
Do remember, time's up, ladies and gentlemen.
Why you running?
Only us, we gonna be better. We gonna save it, man. Only us can do this, bitch.
Gonna not
COVID-19
anything I can
versus us.
do.
Me versus the fridge.
Up and out.
Yo, I know how to get my peers off me. Make them cry, die from high blood pressure. His tears are salty. It's a symptom if you pop in your head. You know that he's sick. You know the flow is ridiculous. I throw him a grip. When I get it, you already know I'm throwing them bricks. Putting purple everywhere, daddy. I'm throwing them nicks. That's right, homie. You can't move me. I ain't going nowhere. I'm in the hood like bootleg movies. All you shooting is the breeze. A bootleg Uzi. I'm just waiting on the cue like Susie. Don't lose me. These penitentiary chances that I take should be able to get the mansion by the lake. But I invest my bread into something else that'll make something else. You just gotta feel the kid. If not rap for the fact of how rare he is. What up? What up? What up?
As we proceed to give you what you need. Get situated, don't get mad. Digger the DJ is on the set.
Got no life to Hanson. Niggas come fast, went out like Ellie Hansen. Mr. Wristband.
Shout out to Brooklyn. Little Caesar the check-in. What's good?
Only in the mansion. In the party, I'm high drunk. I see you glancing. Never blow my cool, even if it's jamming.
I don't want to play, man. I don't want to play around. Listen, man.
Conflict shots, leave them where they standing. You can call the cops, I never get ran in. Call Blake C, y'all get the understanding who my man is, who the fam is. All that bullshit you talk cannon, we on the planet. It's a definite, niggas over money repping it. Armageddon it, destroy everything, you be setting it. You're delicate, far away in the country where you're better get. Hesitant, nigga, y'all need to get with some veterans.
You don't wanna play around. You don't wanna play around. You don't wanna play around with me.
Oh no!
I'll kill you.
I remember, man.
Niggas talking it but ain't living it. Krista niggas talking it but niggas talking it but ain't living it. Crystal poppin', sipping it, mob acts and lizard shit. Jada chunks, bitch. Rolling blunts with the williest of the willy. Hitchling cop them ones and
Shout out to La Rubia en la cocina.
model bitches.
We got the menus open.
With her. She know I
Arroz, frijoles, picadillo.
nigga bound to trippin'. Big Papa, never slipping. H-class diamonds, shining.
Ensalada de aguacate tenemos en el menú, mi gente. Moriseñando, chinola, limonada.
Your niggas, they Panama and Greek and shit. Games we play, life ended. Bitches bend it over with ease. 4 pair Moschino jeans and dollar carrot tank top. I got your bank stop. Singles on top. Benjamins under the rest of them. Advancing from duplex to mansion. Stashing keys. Hiding G's overseas.
Inside the box all the time. Niggas know the motherfucking rap. Take care, B.I. shit. Fly G, Nick.
So when you open that stare in your face, it seems to remember
See, the way you got the whole style from.
you open that stare in your face, it seems to
Remember me, the way you got the rhyme style from.
you open that stare in your face, it seems to
Remember me, the way you got the rhyme style from.
Come on. Sicker than your average. Papa twist cabbage on instinct. Niggas don't think shit stink. Pink gators. My Detroit players. Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. Dead right. Get the head right. Biggie there. Air night. Papa been fool since days of under rules. Never lose. Never choose to. Bruce Cruz who? Do something too.
John, I see you singing, John. Sing with me, John. Sing the hook, John.
Us wanna do us, screw us, who us? Yeah, Papa and Pump. Close like Starsky and Hutch. Stick to clutch. Yeah, I squeeze three.
Got your cherry M3.
Every MC easily. Recently, niggas frontin' ain't saying nothing, so I just speak my peace. Keep my peace. Cubans with the Jesus peace. With my peace.
Hey, man, shout out to all my Cubans with the Cubans. What he meant was the Cuban links on the Cubans' necks with the Jesus piece. They had a little Jesus on Carlito's neck that was a Cuban link. I don't know why I gave you a microphone. You know how I talk my shit. Shout out to DMX. Wow, yo, Yonkers, what's good? We got the locks to check in. I see you.
Come on. Come on. What y'all really want? What y'all really want? DMX. Come on, ride or die. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
Let me get a free. Cold never slacking, man. Sipping in the black rain. Faster than a red goat. Getting ghosts of Pac-Man. One time, know I got a knack to get that chain. Leader of the black gang. All go see, man. Bang like T-Mac. Ski mask, air it out. Gotta kill witnesses with 3 bears sticking out. Y'all don't want to witness shit. Re-squeeze hammers, man. Bullets freeze by you like Louisiana, man. But I got a Tiana, man. So I move keys. You can call me the piano, man. Rain, sleet, hail, snow, man. Slang, L-E, hydro, man.
Is this what you want? What's the rhyme now? MOP now. What you want now? What you want now? What you want now? What you want now? What you want? Cut that fool. They wanna act stupid. Gun, what that fool? When I cock that tone, nigga, run your damn jaws. Fuck around and lay you up in your own blood pool, nigga.
I'm not trying to give you love and affection. I'm trying to give you 60 seconds of affection. I'm trying to give you cab fare and direction. Get your independent ass out of here. Questions?
Got out the mall, yo, the sweet cat, rocking the fade in my face. Asking could he see the grenade? I wouldn't let him see it. The way he came across, yo, I said, nah, beat it. Steph told me, buck him. When I reacted, Ralph said, chill, fuck him. Yo, it's a small world, you know that we'll see him again. He said, fuck you. I said, what? Repeat it again, repeat it again.
Oh, man. What? Yo. Hey, yo. Yo, if you gonna sleep on something, might as well be a bed. And if you gonna crack a nigga, might as well be a head. Cause if you talking in a lot, you might as well talk in a box that you gonna sleep in for you.
That's that good old music right there. Where you at, Daddy? Now?
Yeah, man, we're back. Then at the Roundtable Podcast, you already know. That was Bodega the DJ on the 1 and 2s, baby. You know what I'm saying? Killing it. You know what I'm saying? We're back. You know what I'm saying? Look, check out Jashley. What's up, Jashley? Welcome to the show, baby girl. With the John Tavares shirt. You rocking the John Tavares shirt. Yo, say hi, Jashley. Say hi.
The promo brand is deep in the family.
Yes, the promo brand is deep in the family.
Say hi, mama. Go.
Say hi.
Mommy, look at the camera. Go back and shy.
She's shy. She froze on the camera. Yo, but real quick, man.
Yo, on TikTok, she not that shy though, but go ahead.
Yeah, bring it down a little bit, Bodega. Just a little bit.
Where we at? What we need, baby? Talk to me.
Yo, listen, man. I'm going to say something about that Ghostface Killer song, Wildflower. That's my go-to song when I want to talk shit to bitches. I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I came to you as a blessing. You
that knowledge, B. Spit that knowledge on the God hours, on the God hour mathematics.
Hey, yo, like I was boning you on a 3-chair while you was biting on my cables.
Hey yo.
That nigga wasn't in. That nigga wasn't in. He's like, yo, that shit is so funny because that whole song, like, he came home, you know, from jail, whatever, and he bumps into some shit that he used to fuck around with in the lobby of the building, of the project building, and he was that, right. And then he grabbed the elevator with her, and in the elevator, in a 1 minute elevator ride, he told her man shit about how dirty she was, and how she knew that he was still the man, and that he could still pipe if he wanted to.
So wait, hold on. You got all that off the video?
Off the song, just a song.
Off the song, you had your own video in your head.
Yeah, nigga, that's what I mean. If you think about it, that's what he's saying.
So pay me this video right here.
We got stacks like the International House of Pancakes. The man makes motion in bed. Stand straight.
That's like man, straight form, Ghostface and Jody.
I can see a scale on a table in an apartment. Niggas is backing up, talking about how much stacks they got, and then going to the club, blowing it. You know what I'm saying?
But where's the R&B section coming? You gotta throw some R&B and you gotta throw some smooth Jerry curl.
Then Jodeci, them niggas, they're the fucking like the pretty boy niggas that come with you in the crew.
Ghostface had an illest line. He said, "You got me harder than a roll of quarters." That's the ill line right there, man. Like, I mean, listen, Ghostface, man, he's very slept on. You know what I mean? When you talk about, you know what I'm saying, MCs as far as like, you know, bar for bar, line for line, you know what I mean? Like, yo, Ghostface, man, he goes very unnoticed when it comes to like his bars. You know what I mean? And honestly, for me, though, when it comes to like Wu-Tang itself, is, you know, for me, it is the greatest rap group of all time, I mean, in my eyes, of the impact they've done in hip-hop history.
Yeah, man, I don't know if you guys caught that a documentary they have on Showtime. You should check it out. About Wu-Tang.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they have a documentary on Showtime about Wu-Tang, like about their whole, you know, process, how they started.
Gotta check that out then.
Yeah, check it out. It's on Showtime. A Showtime exclusive. Okay, Mr. Piano playing.
What sample is this?
Right here?
What sample is this?
Save your samples for the battle, baby.
Oh, I got plenty.
No, but remember the battle is for bars, not for beats.
I got it all, man. If I'm giving you the samples, because I got the bar stashed.
Ooh!
I even got drum loops. So you want to be a producer? I got drum loops too, B.
He's ready for you, JT. You better have your shit ready. Y'all doing that tonight, right? Y'all doing this tonight? Oh, can I be, all right. So can I be the official judge on the battle? Like, I'll be the judge, and then we'll let the fans judge on their own, but I'll be the judge doing the battle. Is that okay? Am I qualified?
So we're doing the top 16 verses, right?
Yeah, top 16 verses, yeah. Bars. So
when they can hear that?
Woo! All eyes on me, baby. Let's go. All eyes on me.
Who did it first, Tupac or Nas?
Tupac. Nas did it.
Nas did it first.
Nas did it first.
I'm gonna give you the easy ones.
Goodbye. All I need, man.
Woo, baby.
I just finished that one. The headbangers. What? The headbangers.
You feel like Fat Man Scoop real quick, nigga, right there.
Okay, last one. They got me tempted right now, man. Let's get this DJ battle going on, man.
Yeah, but listen,
how about that one?
Let's wrap up the bring it down a little bit. Bodega, bring it down a little bit. Let's wrap up this Life on Quarantine episode. Let's give our final thoughts now that we're back.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
JT, you want to start
again,
off?
though, man. Again,
You want to start off?
For me, though, it definitely feels like a movie, though. Although, at the same time, though, I strongly believe there's a hidden agenda behind it. And, you know, again, I don't never want to sound like a you know, quote-unquote conspiracy theorist. But, I mean, honestly, though, man, I really strongly believe there's a hidden agenda behind this. And we just got to pay close attention of what's going on right now. But at the same time, still take precaution of this whole, you know what I mean, pandemic, though. You know what I'm saying? Not to act as if, you know what I'm saying, like you're invincible. But it makes you want to question about what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? That, again, though, man, the whole world is shut down. Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it's a lot of things that we got to definitely, you know what I'm saying, question, though. And what I would definitely, what I would say though is whole quarantine again though, always look at the positive side of it. And as you said, as we stated earlier, take this time to really reflect about life. You know what I'm saying? Get more in tune about your inner being yourself. You know what I'm saying? And just really, start assessing things that that you normally don't have the time to do that. So that's my take on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it short and simple. I could definitely elaborate more though, but we're on a time schedule. But that's the way I look at it right now. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, for me, man, I'll say this, man. Just like doing this life of quarantine, just learn how to appreciate your loved ones, learn how to appreciate your friends, learn how to appreciate your life, know how to value your life. Take this time to reflect on what you want to do for the rest of your life and what's most important to you. Because this time is a time for us to reflect on how privileged we are and how precious life is. And we should take out this time to humble ourselves down and figure things out and be better with oneself so we can be better to everybody else around us. Bodega, your turn, baby boy. Final thought.
Just remember, man, I do this for y'all, man. Stay focused, regroup yourself, restore, rethink everything, plot, and then get ready to execute when we get out there, man. Because only us can beat this. We gonna beat this, you heard? Together.
We gonna make it.
That's right.
You already
Stay
know,
strong,
man.
Wash them hands, cover your mouth, appreciate, love, cherish, and share the knowledge, man. Because rest in peace, Fred the Godson, man. Rest in peace for the soldiers out there, man.
Rest in peace for the Godson.
To me, the whole family.
Yeah, to me personally, it hit hard because I worked with him. I used to manage him for a year. I got him a deal at E1 Records, for those that don't know. But that shit really hit home for me, bro. He was a very humble dude. He was like a brother to me. And he was a very humble dude, even though in his rap lyrics he was very aggressive. He was he definitely was street. He could get it on with you if you wanted to on a street level, but he was all about, keeping it humble and just giving people the benefit of the doubt before he struck, before he struck you out, basically. But shout out to Fred the Godson, man, a.k.a. Gordo, a.k.a. Federico. I love you, kid. Rest in peace, my brother. And hip-hop community definitely lost a great one with this one, man. But you already know what it is, man. It's Dinner at the Roundtable Podcast, man. We here. We definitely did our first virtual podcast with our special guest, our shy guest, Joshly in the back.
I'm trying to sneak in right now.
JT, what's the sample, JT? What's the sample, JT?
One last sample before we leave.
Who shot you?
Who shot you?
What's the name of the sample? See, now it gets tricky because now you know it. But what's the name of the original song, man?
So it's the Masquerade.
This motherfucker got Shazam on himself, man. Put your hands up. Let me see your hands. You're right.
Listen, I know my hip hop, baby.
The professor. The
I
professor.
I gotta see them hands.
The professor, JT, man.
Maybe it's no fun saying goodbye.
Yo, for those who don't know, JT's he's a social study history professor. He knows his shit. You already know, so we're gonna end it up with Bodega the DJ. Spin off one last record for our audience there. I'm gonna let you do your thing for 2 minutes and then we out, you heard?
Listen, man. I'm gonna play that new R1, babe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hear about your support and show love, man. You know what time it is, man. Shout out to my brothers out here at the Roundtable, man. Chris Money. Everybody stay safe, man. Love and peace, man.
Dale hasta abajo, bailalo como quieras. Si le das hasta abajo, te compro una cartera. Una media set, una L entera. Mueve la cintura.
This the new R1. Featuring Mafio.
Cadera, pásame el fuego.
Name of the song is called Vamos Fumar.
La candela, pásame el fuego.
I don't think y'all listen, man. Light up, put them in the air, man. Roll with me, man. So I take on this journey, man. That's right. More fire. Shout out to Nettie Nails, JT Money, Chris.
Yeah. R1, Dominican niggas.
Cartera, una media set, una L entera. Mueve la cintura, mueve la cadera. Pásame el fuego para darle candela. Pásame sabe el fuego, para darle candela. R1, móvelo, 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 que se empegota, fumando con la esencia, la nota ya rebota, el carro sin capota, mueve la chapota, tu novio que no fantame que andamos con la corta. Y digo, mueve el culo, pómelo para atrás, no me digas, que tú no eres de nada. Y digo, mueve el culo, muévelo para atrás, no me digas, que tú no vas a fumar, 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 fumar,
You already know, man. The RoundTablePodcast. That was R1 right there. You know what I'm saying? Coming through. We're about to chime off from our regular. We're about to chime off.
Virtual podcast, man.
Yeah, we're going to chime off our regular podcast, the virtual podcast. And we're going to do another episode on the battle of the bars versus DJs. I'm going to be a judge on it. We're going to try to get another judge. We're going to see if we get my boy ARP Music to be a judge on it. You know what I'm saying? So we can have a neutral system. All right? You already know, they're not the RoundTablePodcast reporting live from New York City, from 3 different places, baby. Kingsbridge, Harlem, and the Heights, baby. You heard? Peace out, man. We out of here, man. You already know what it is, baby. You already know.